Hi everyone, my name is Ron Nava and welcome to the all-new RPMTVHD. This week we're going to fill you in on what's been going on with RPMTV during the off-season and how it affects you. Also going to talk about some of the West Coast tours and how one of our own are affected by the earthquakes in New Zealand. All that and more right after this. And welcome back everybody. Once again, my name is Ron Nava and this is RPMTVHD. It's time for Tour Talk. And first up is the ASA Truck Series, now under the leadership of Todd and Lisa McLaughlin with a new name and a 9-race schedule for 2011. I predict this as the momentum year for this tour. And if you don't know about this series, these are badass little trucks, 330 horsepower V8s, full tube frame chassis, quick change rear ends, and a more lenient motor rule for this year to help ease the cost of making it to the track. Now there's lots of new teams this year, and they're sharing a couple of tour dates with one of the hottest tours around, the SRL Southwest Tour. So that ought to be a hell of a good double bill. Go check them out at www.speedtruck.com. And I also want to mention the Rocky Mountain Challenge Series, another outstanding tour with 10 races for 2011 and tons of door-to-door racing action. A lot of these guys have been on this tour for years, and if you want to see some good old paint swapping, go watch a race. You won't regret it. Go check them out at www.rmcs.com. And also, the SRL Southwest Tour starts their 2011 season with a trip to the Bull Ring in Las Vegas. Your last year's champion, Jonathan Gomez, will return to defend his championship along with 31 other teams pre-registered for this event. RPM TV will be there to bring you all the racing action. And pulled from the headlines at Racing West, SRL regular Hollywood Joe Farre will miss his season opener at his home track. Now, Joe's been selected to assist the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and FEMA with earthquake recovery efforts in Christchurch, New Zealand. Now, Joe's a hell of a good guy, and he dominated the Bull Ring last year for this SRL season finale, so it was worth mentioning. Good luck to him in New Zealand. And for all the latest in racing headlines, head over to racingwest.com. Now here's what's been going on with RPM TV during the off-season. Now if you're new to RPM TV, about 6 years ago I created this format as a means for guys like you and I to get some exposure so we can get sponsors and get to the track on a Saturday night. The idea was pretty simple: provide broadcast-style coverage for the lower divisions and put it on the internet. This meant more eyeballs than just the folks in the grandstands, and you could embed those videos into your websites to increase that exposure. At the time, no one else had really done it, so we pretty much spearheaded the whole movement. Over the past couple of years, we started developing flag-to-flag race coverage with all the elements of a broadcast-style network show like Speed or Fox. Once again, no one was really attempting this at our level, so we developed the workflow and tools to pull it off in a fraction of the time and at a fraction of the price of what the networks could produce their shows for. So we find ourselves now in the 2010 off-season. We caught the attention of Speed and a few other networks enough to begin a dialogue with the possibility of providing them with our shows for air on their networks and web broadcasts. Good news, right? Well, not so much. After months of correspondence, the networks decided they really weren't interested in airing our shows or any other short track racing for that matter. They had a different kind of programming in mind. And I thought to myself, this is the biggest motorsports network probably in the world, and you don't want any short track racing? What a bunch of monkeys. And you know what? The proof is in the pudding. You think I give a damn about pawn shops or head case car builders? I don't. And when is the last time you saw any good short track racing on Speed? So as far as I'm concerned, screw them. This is why I built RPM TV in the first place, to provide coverage for the people that the networks left behind. And that's going to do it for this week's show. Look for our race report next week from the Bull Ring in Las Vegas. My name is Ron Nava, and this has been RPM TV HD, the leaders in motorsports web broadcasting.